From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. My name is Greulich, and this is your Campus Weather Service forecast. Looking at our current conditions around much of the state, we're seeing in State College that we have a little bit of that peak of sunshine over the mountains, but in the rest of the state, we're looking at cloudy skies, and that's not going to change for much of the day. And looking at our current conditions for State College, we're looking at those cloudy skies again over Beaver Stadium. With a temperature of 34 degrees, it feels like 25 with a little bit of wind out there. The dew point of 32 degrees, visibility of 10 miles, so that visibility is back up from last night. And again, that wind is west at 13 miles an hour. Looking at central Pennsylvania as a whole, we're looking at the southeastern portion of the state, getting a little bit of warmer temperatures from that inflow from the Atlantic Ocean. And we're looking at the northwest state getting that inflow of cold air from the north. So we're seeing these western and northwestern states having much colder temperatures than the southeastern portion. And then looking at the state as a whole, we again see that trend with Philadelphia having a temperature of 46 degrees. However, Erie is only at 21 as we have that inflow of cold air from the north across the lake. And then looking at the U.S. as a whole, this is where we see our biggest surprise of the day. As you can see in the north, in North Dakota and Minnesota, we have those normal winter temperatures of -2 and -10. However, when we look at Tulsa, Oklahoma, we see they have a temperature of -1 that is unprecedented for this time of year, even in the winter. And then we have Corpus Christi, which is colder than Boston and both Portland, which is something, again, unprecedented that we're seeing with this winter storm that's moving through the south half of the United States. Looking at the current satellite, we're seeing a little bit of lake effect snow with the northeast Ohio, and we're looking at a little bit of snow over Pittsburgh and a little bit northwest of Pittsburgh. However, for much of the rest of the state of Pennsylvania, we're seeing just regular cloud coverage with a little bit of clearing near Philadelphia and Allentown. Looking at the northeast as a whole, we're seeing that system that came through last night moving out through Maine. But then again, we're just seeing little pockets of snow throughout much of the eastern half of the state. Looking at future weather for Tuesday afternoon, we're looking at a little bit of snow pockets with the western half of the state. And then as we move in more into the night, we're seeing the snow pockets disappear a little bit. As we get into early Wednesday morning, we're seeing those temperatures drop, but mostly clear skies throughout much of the state. And then we get into Wednesday, we see those temperatures are still in the teens for most of the state, as well as those clear skies. As we move into Wednesday night, we're seeing cloud cover for most of the state, as well as temperatures rising ever so slightly. And we get into Tuesday night, those temperatures aren't dropping as much as they did Wednesday night because of that cloud coverage throughout much of the state. And we move into Thursday morning, we see this second snow system that's supposed to move in again Thursday morning. Looking at the northeast as a whole, we see again that snow system moving in. When we get to Thursday night, we see snow is encapsulating much of the state of Pennsylvania. As we move into Friday morning, that snow is still going to be there. We could have a little bit of a mix with the southeastern portion of the state. And then as we move into Friday night, we see that snow tapering off for much of the state except for the northwest, which are still possibly going to get a little bit of lake effect snow. As we move into Saturday morning, that snow is still battering much of the northeast, except it has moved out of Pennsylvania for the most part. And then to end Saturday, we're seeing clear skies throughout most of the state, as well as that snow tapering off from the northeast. And our forecast for State College today is cloudy skies with a high of 36 and winds with 10 to 20 miles an hour from the west. For tonight, we're seeing clearing skies as we saw on the radar earlier with a low of 13, and that wind is still persistent with 10 to 20 miles an hour from the west. Looking at tomorrow, we're seeing a high of 26 with periods of clouds and sun, and that wind is dying down from the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Looking at our 7-day forecast, as we saw that snow system moving in Thursday into Friday, that's the only real precipitation that we're going to get throughout much of the week, as most of the week we'll see mainly cloudy skies with peaks of sunshine and highs in the mid-20s to mid-30s. That has been your Tuesday weather forecast. My name is Greulich from Campus Weather Service, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.